Hello everyone, Drayton here from Tulsa Community Combat Robotics. Today I want to share with you all my experience at Comet Clash hosted by UT Dallas. But first, some important updates to my robot. Since my last video, higher education has been rebuilt from the ground up. It now uses a brushless tangent drive system, has a direct drive servo actuated lifting arm, and finally I've added hinged forks to get underneath opponents. I've also made a lot of spare parts leading up to this event, to make sure that I was ready for anything. This story begins the night before the event after a day full of 3D printing. Me, my brother, and my nephew all loaded up in my Jeep to make the long drive. We arrived at our hotel at 11 p.m. where we proceeded to crash out. The next morning we loaded up at 6:30 a.m. to head towards UT Dallas, which thankfully was only a short drive away. We arrived as soon as the doors opened and set up our pit area where we would wait for my friend and TCCR teammate Michael to arrive. Once he got there, we got through safety no problem and proceeded to check out the competition while we waited for the bracket to be finalized. I was happy to see a lot of familiar faces, and I also got to introduce myself to some new ones too. The tournament was slated to be a 3-round qualifier with a single elimination bracket. And as luck would have it, I was the first fight of the day. Yay me! My first fight was against a 4-wheel drive vertical spinner named Table Saw. Let's see how it went.
3, 2, 1. Oh. They're battling.
Fight, robots, fight!
A lot of dashing, a lot of dancing.
Both of them got one. Oh.
We have a little bit of a lift. Both pretty good at taking defense.
The sports are
pretty good,
higher
pretty good.
education are doing a really good job of getting under the other bot there.
Ooh, piece just flung off.
Whoa! But
Little
it
hop.
just
Ooh,
falls
another
right.
hop.
We're looking for functional damage.
And carnage. Oh,
5 seconds. Okay, alright.
pretty good strats from both sides. They're doing
Both
really well.
really zippy. Ooh.
If you didn't see that, that was a pretty good big stunt there.
Got some air time.
Yes.
5 second pin, guys.
Oh. Minute warning, minute warning.
Alright, we've got 1 minute left in the first match of the day.
It's almost a dance how they're maneuvering. It's very good. It's very clean.
Yes, we did get airtime. We got the sweet, sick ollie, man. I don't know. Skateboarding. It's like the
Oh,
those forks are really good. They're very low to the ground.
definitely not for eating. That's for sure.
I mean, you could.
I guess it could work if you try. Hard enough.
Eat your forks.
That's
Eat
true.
your spoon.
That's true.
Nice.
We have technology. This is our technology. Oh, a lot of good hits.
10 seconds remaining. 6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They stopped play really well. Good job to both sides.
All right, it's gonna go.
We got the victory. I was driving a little cautiously in this first fight. That's something I'll need to change for future fights. After this fight, I had the drivers of 3 blind lice come up and ask if I could step in as a driver for one of their multibots, as their third ended up being their opponent. I didn't have to give it a second thought. I was honored that they asked me to step in and would love to do it again sometime. For reference, I was driving the green lice in this match.
Some of its own little finger forks as well. So
Battle has begun, and the mice are strategizing.
Liftar's got like a hammer
Oh.
saw on top.
The mice are piling onto Liftar.
Power in numbers, right?
Yeah. Oh, Liftar's fighting back. It's trying to be pest control here.
The color of the fingers kind of endgame.
A lot of different movements from all of them. Trying to mix up Liftar here, but he's doing pretty good.
Just trying to like keep an eye on all of them. So you might be wondering, how in the world could 3 blind lice have 3 robots while Liftar has 1? Well, So there are rules in competitions where you're allowed to have. So you have a weight class. So in
One
this
of them's
case,
just
it's
spinning. Sorry.
no, you're okay. It's just like I'm chilling over here. I'll be here if you need me. So you might be wondering, how did they get 3 robots into the competition? As long as the combination weight of all of your parts are within the weight class and they're made out of the correct materials and they follow the construction guidelines, you can have mini bots. So in this case, I think they leveraged the mini bot rule to have 3 robots running around now. It's like pest control right now.
Yes.
Oh, you just left. There's a little friendly fire there. 3 blind lice.
Oh, the song's about to come in.
Yeah.
Oh, close.
Oh, you actually got that parasol stuck in it for a little bit.
A lot of jumping. They got a lot of jumping.
This is a hilarious fight to watch in person. It's
Yes. Very
it's
bouncy.
kind of chaotic. Yes, very bouncy.
A lot of oh. Liftar's handling himself pretty well with 3 mini bots, so that's pretty good. Both sides are doing pretty good. Oh, 5 seconds.
Oh,
4,
they're all piling up on him.
1, match up. Oh. These are definitely mice adjacent, or lice adjacent, I guess.
Yes, they were.
Unfortunately, after a hard-fought match, the judge's decision didn't swing in our favor. If you want to find out how the rest of the 3 blind lice's journey went, you should go check out the live stream from Comet Robotics. Links in the description. Before the start of round 2, UT Dallas was kind enough to interview all of the university team representatives. Now, I'm not the best at public speaking, but any chance I have to get more people involved, I'm going to take. So here we go.
Yep, time to...
again.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you
Come take a seat. All right, go introduce yourself. Tell me your name, your major, what year you are at university.
Right. Well, my name is Drayton Zollers. I am majoring in mechatronics and robotics, and I come from community college.
Tulsa, that's not too far from here, is it?
About 5 hours.
Oh, that must have been a fun drive.
Yeah, we made it last night. It wasn't too.
Nice, nice.
It will be. I will say it was the farthest that we've ever driven for.
Those are rookie numbers. You'll
Yeah,
get up.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Okay, so what's your student name? When were you guys founded?
So we are Tulsa Community Combat Robotics. Our abbreviation is TCCR.
Yep.
We have been officially established since 2024, so this is our first year.
Nice.
We did have an unofficial organization that was built up of a few of us in 2023,
yeah.
and we have actually ran an event out.
Oh wow. When
Yes.
when that happen?
So that was at the Tulsa.
Ooh, nice. So
Yes.
that was what? Back in March or back
Sometime
I couldn't
tell you exactly. No, but we partnered with CROK Combat Robotics of Oklahoma to put it on.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
in? Nice. How many bots did you guys bring to tournament today?
So today we have 2 plant weight.
Just 2 plants?
Just
you
2
guys
plants.
are still trying to again test
Yeah,
the waters?
We're
right?
still early on. I'm looking into building, but still working on that.
Well,
but-
now the internet knows.
Yeah, no, they didn't hear anything. But yep, 2 plants. We've got a few more back home. Some people weren't able to make it just because of the longer drive.
Oh, yeah.
But things are going really great for us.
Yeah, I mean, is this your first major event, major tournament, or is this your second one that you guys?
So there was before this we have competed at some local Oklahoma events through
Gotcha.
CROK. We competed at Tinkerfest.
So this is your first time going against other universities.
This is our first time against other universities. First time out of state. A lot of firsts.
What's your take?
It's amazing. I mean, I love the community here. I'm excited to get to build these connections with these other university teams and try to forge this bond and this.
So you kind of ran into it a little bit. So like, is that what got you into combat robotics? Just having the great community, or is
Well,
that some?
So
Is it more than that?
I've been collecting robots since I was about 10 years old. I have about 300 robots.
Oh my god!
So
What's your favorite robot?
It
Do
would
you have
have
any
to
collection?
be the Silverlit Ice Ivy. It's a robot dog.
Oh my god!
Yes.
Isn't that an expensive one?
No, not one of my most expensive ones. Those ones will run you about $100. My most expensive robot's probably about $60.
Nice.
It's my favorite because it's established me in the community and helped me build robotics.
So this is great for you because you can network and talk to
Yes.
everyone.
Yes, I
Yeah.
love talking with them.
Is that what you think the future is of your club? Is being able to network and connect to all these people? Or what's the future? Do you
Well,
think?
networking is a big part of it. That's something I try to push whenever I'm getting new people involved in the club. The community aspect is one of my favorite things about the sport. Also, there's a really big fun aspect. I mean, who doesn't love building robots and getting together and breaking each other's robots? You know
That's
what I
true.
mean? It gets people excited about engineering, and that's really hard to find.
Oh yeah, definitely is. What do you think the future of combat robotics is? Last question.
Well, looking at just the amount of turnout we've had today, all of the university teams showing up, I mean, this is more university teams than I've seen at any other prior event I've been to. Granted, not very many on my record book, but nevertheless. So I really hope, and I see it growing, just becoming even larger than it is now.
Do you have any last minute thoughts you want to say to the internet?
I mean, not really. Just get out there and build some robots, guys. It's a blast.
He wants to fight you. That's what's
Yes,
going on.
come on. I'm waiting for you.
All right, it's good to meet you, my
All right,
friends.
it was great talking
Thank
to
you
you.
very
Thank
much.
you for having me.
Have a nice day.
My next fight of the day was scheduled against Skibididibot. This robot has the largest vertical spinning weapon that I've ever fought against. I was really worried just about how much damage this weapon could do to me if I let it get up to speed. With that, let's see how this fight plays out.
That's so loud.
And
Match has begun.
Whoa!
Ooh, strong hit.
So after those drive issues, you got a box rush from Higher Education. He's kind of stuck in the orange square, not even letting him out. Skibidity Bot is struggling to make it out of his corner. Oh, okay, he's made it out of the orange corner.
Oh! Piece is flung off, and there's been a tap out.
And there are robot guts out.
After this, I was lucky enough not to have just one, but 2 buy rounds. This is the first time anything like this has ever happened to me, so I was happy to get the chance to sit back and enjoy some fights. Unfortunately, I didn't get any pictures as I was a little caught in the moment. Nevertheless, the 2 buy rounds had come and gone, and next up, I was scheduled to fight Tethys, a scary compact drum spinner. Let's see how it went.
And the battle has begun.
Woo! Higher Education coming off the gates hot.
But gets punished for it by Tethys, but punishes back, hitting him.
Benefits
With
of
a
a box
release.
rush. Uh-oh.
Tethys trying to see what
Seems like
movements
after that
at Higher
box rush-
Education will do.
Yeah.
Gets him back and hits him.
Oh.
Hits him again. Throwing him off a little bit, but he recovers. And is now trying to punish Tethys.
Kind of whoever's got a
Tethys
better
around.
ground game and who can get a better angle.
Tethys hitting Higher Education, while Higher Education is still trying to push. Another pin.
Release.
And release.
Nice pin. Oh, looks like one of the forks on Higher Education's a little bit frayed. Hopefully they can still use that other one. Seems
Tethys.
like Higher Education had some on and off drive issues, but that box rush and has still been able to pin Tethys quite a few times.
Another pin. And release. Tethys taking damage, but still being able to pin. Oh, wait. Higher Education taking damage, but still being able to pin Tethys. Another pin. And release.
Oh.
Tethys not chipping away at Higher Education, but still being pushed around. Good deflect. Higher Education seems to be not moving.
It's just the arena.
Another pin, kind of. And release. That seems like Higher Education's back up and running for this neck on the floor.
Again, as you can see, several of the robots in the single elimination bracket have had forks on them, and they've been getting stuck on those gashes. So like we mentioned it before, trying to engineer a very structurally sound arena is important for these matches.
Tethys in the final stretch, trying to wither away at Higher Education. The match is over. Judge decision. Good job, both robots.
You made a function check with weapons in higher education.
A function check is being done on Higher Education.
With that judge's decision victory, we're on to the semifinals. This next matchup was one I was fearing all day long, Slap Happy. Now, Slap Happy might seem like any normal wedge bot, but it's far from it. With one of the best captains piloting it and absolutely decimating his opponents all day, my mind was racing, trying to see how I could pull this one out. I knew that this fight was going to come down to one thing: ground game.
All right, Slap Happy versus Higher Education. And the battle has begun. Slap Happy coming in
That's a
hot,
box rush if
but
I've
jumping
ever seen
over. Higher Education. A lot of dashing, a lot of dodges, a lot of attempts.
Both are
Pin
zippy.
from Higher Education.
Both are zippy. Both are pretty similar robots. One Higher Education does have further reaching forks than Slap Happy. It'll definitely be another driving match again.
Both trying to pin and dodge. Seeing who will mess up first. Slap Happy playing a game or doing a dance. Flips over Higher Education. Higher Education comes back. Lifts him off the ground. And now they're playing the dance again. They do a lot of dancing. All right. Slap Happy on the other side. Both trying to see. Slap Happy has the advantage and has pinned Higher Education. And release.
Oh!
But Higher Education is stuck
He's doing
on
a
its front
handstand on the kick plate. Oh no!
and cannot move. Match has been paused.
All right, Higher Education's calling for an unstick. Nice.
The match will resume. All right. A lot of seeing who will do what. A lot of tempting the other. Some good bonks.
Oh no!
Slap Happy
Not
stuck
Slap
on the
Happy.
corner.
Although he can also call for an unstick. Oh!
Up. Little movement.
Higher Education's trying to set him free. Oh, almost.
Seems like Slap Happy. Slap Happy stuck. Time is over.
After a back and forth match, Higher Education comes away with the judge's decision. Just for clarification, I was wedged inside of the arena seam, which is why I was allowed an unstick, whereas Slap Happy was high centered on the wall, which wasn't allowed as an unstick. I honestly felt a little guilty about the way that this fight ended, and I really hope that we can get a rematch in the future to settle the score. But right now, there's no time to be sad because we have a finals match coming up and we have to get prepared. The final is against a really familiar face for me, and that's Double Stuff, the scary ring spinner. This robot's beautifully engineered and hits like nothing else. Now, I've fought Double Stuff before, but since then we have both completely redesigned our robots from the ground up. For this match, I decided to run one fork because Double Stuff revealed its fork configuration, and I knew I was going to lose this fight if it managed to get under me. Let's see how it goes.
I wonder who's gonna win. Probably the printer.
I gotta count it down myself because there's way too high stakes. 3,
All right.
2, 1.
And the finals has begun between Double Stuff and Higher Education. Higher Education putting pressure on Double Stuff. Double Stuff moving around, being a little snick. Not snick. A little bit of a chain with 2 prongs and still the same spinning ability. A lot of bouncing, Higher Education pushing him, putting pressure.
Double Stuff was upside down. It kind of looked like the forks were going like this.
They're doing a little dance.
They're jiggly. Oh, one of the forks flew off.
Both arms
All right,
are
the
off.
forks are off. We're eating with our hands today.
Yes. More bonks, more hits. Higher Education is putting on pressure, but Double Stuff is fighting back. A lot of movement and dashing, trying to get around Higher Education to get a good hit. But Higher Education puts on that pressure. More hits, more bonks. Higher Education, again, putting on more pressure. Double Stuff trying to get good hits in.
Because Higher Education has that wedge shape in the front, so it's going to be hard for Double Stuff to get a good hit on Higher Education. It just keeps ricocheting off of the front. Higher Education, I don't remember if it started with 2 forks or 1, but Higher Education kind of has 1 right now going like this, chasing him around, kind of like he's jousting him.
It's a battle of durability.
Yes.
Whoever can take the hits the best and or deflect them would probably be the winner.
Oh, nice. Ooh.
Both being able to take and give hits.
Ooh.
Double stuff flew against the wall.
That higher education's flipper also doubles as a self-rider, so good thing that thing is still working despite getting all those hits.
10 seconds remain of the final.
4,
3,
3,
2, 1, and the match is over with one more hit. And that is this is going to determine who's going to get that printer. And also be, the champion, but the printer matters more, I think.
And that's the match. Higher Education won Comet Clash's Plant Division. I was asked to give a speech at the end of this event, so I say let's end on that video.
Speech. I'm recording it.
I was really on the spot on this. I didn't know what to do with this. Well, I guess I want to start by thanking my brother and my nephew for coming out here and supporting me. They've been here all day working on my robot machine, helping me get things started. I mean, seriously, they've been just the absolute best pit crew around.
I'm just a driver.
I want to give a huge shout out to everyone that I fought today because it was not easy. Everyone's robots is terrifying. I honestly didn't think I was going to make it out as far as I did. I want to give a special shout out to this guy right here. I mean, seriously, best driver I have ever seen in my life. No offense to everybody else. I can't say enough about that. It was the best thing I've ever witnessed. And most of all, I want to thank Comet Robotics for putting on such an amazing event. I know it's their first, and I know they probably put in a lot of effort to make this happen, and especially finishing on time. That is not easy for a first event, speaking from experience. So thank you guys so much, and thank you guys for having me.